And here is the Writer's Almanac for Wednesday, the 4th of November, 2020. It was on this date, 1825, the Erie Canal was completed, connecting Lake Erie to the Hudson River, 363 miles from Albany to Buffalo, 40 feet wide, 4 feet deep. It cut transportation costs by about 90%. It's the birthday of the poet C.K. Williams, born in Newark, 1936. Good basketball player, 6'5" in high school, recruited to play in college, but he wanted to be a poet instead, dropped out of college to move to Paris because he thought poets ought to live there. Didn't write anything in Paris, but he said it was an incredibly important time. I discovered the limits of loneliness. Went back, graduated from the University of Pennsylvania, and started publishing poetry, including the book The Singing in 2003. It's the birthday of Will Rogers, born in what is now Oklahoma, in the town of Uloga in 1879. He was part Cherokee, got the nickname the Cherokee Kid, learned to rope as a boy, got a job as a roper in the circus, moved on to vaudeville, big success, and he started incorporating stand-up comedy in his act. So popular, he started writing a daily newspaper column, read by 40 million people a day, went off to Hollywood, acted in films, and died in a plane crash when he was 55. And it's the birthday of the novelist Charles Frazier, born in Asheville, North Carolina, 1950. His family had lived in that region for hundreds of years, and in the early 90s he decided he wanted to write a novel set in western North Carolina, based on a story his father had told him. One of their ancestors, a man named Inman, who was in the Confederate Army, got wounded, deserted, and walked all the way home across North Carolina to his small town at the foot of Cold Mountain. Charles Frazier said, "I realized that there are two kinds of books about a war. There's an Iliad about fighting the war, and there's an Odyssey about a warrior who's decided that home and peace are the things he wants." The book was published in 1997, Cold Mountain, and it spent months on the New York Times bestseller list. Here's a poem for today by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, Birds of Passage. Black shadows fall from the lindens tall that lift aloft their massive wall against the southern sky, and from the realms of the shadowy elms a tide-like darkness overwhelms the fields that round us lie. But the night is fair, and everywhere a warm, soft vapor fills the air, and distant sounds seem near. And above, in the light of the starlit night, swift birds of passage wing their flight through the dewy atmosphere. I hear the beat of their pinions fleet, as from the land of snow and sleet they seek a southern lee. I hear the cry of their voices high, falling dreamily through the sky, but their forms I cannot see. Oh, say not so, those sounds that flow in murmurs of delight and woe come not from wings of birds. They are the throngs of the poet's songs, murmurs of pleasures and pains and wrongs, the sound of winged words. This is the cry of souls that high on toiling, beating pinions fly, seeking a warmer clime. From their distant flight through realms of light, it falls into our world of night with the murmuring sound of rhyme. Birds of Passage by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. That's the Writer's Almanac for Wednesday, November the 4th. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.
Just in time for the holidays, a brand new remastered 3-CD set of 21 of Garrison's best monologues from 1981 is on sale now at GarrisonKeillor.com.